Welcome to Woke Mental Wellness Presents Windy City Nihilism. This is a 12 Inner Demons homebrew campaign. Cinziak plays Romero Marcus, the Targeted. Emrys plays Janessa Wallace, the Human Street Medic. Blue plays Ruin, the Social Media Vampire Demon. And Cassie is the Storyteller, playing the NPCs and the rest of the world. Windy City Nihilism is an urban horror podcast series. We do not shy away from touchy topics in the politics of horror, mental health, games, and life as a person of targeted identities. Series-wide content warnings include violence, manipulation, state surveillance, police, player conflict, gentrification, racism, unwanted romantic gestures, anti-Blackness, sexism, tension, body paralysis, trauma, monstrous forms, complicated relationships, sex, toxic work environments, death, hopelessness, blood, Eldrich horror, colonization, and existential crisis and dread. Please take care of yourself as you listen. And remember, hope and resistance do best in community.
Hello, girls, gays, and non-binary theys, and welcome to another episode of Windy City Nihilism. In our previous episode, after Felix went out of their way to, in the adorable ways that an octopus demon creature thingy does, decided to be Janessa's bestie forever and ever and ever, we went to Janessa's grandmother's house for delicious food and for heartfelt conversation, which included a couple of gifts at the end. A potion for seeing through deception, a potion for healing a broken heart, and a potion for softening a heart hardened by having to continuously overcome adversities. And after that visit, we went to a cafe. And at the door of the cafe was a line, and inside was a sign. A sign that we read and read and read and read. A sign that says, "Love indeed has a home here." In our efforts to get to the sign, to try to understand the mystery of the seal, we were witness to not one but several scenes of deep betrayal, some of which tore at the very soul of the party. And after a couple of attempts, we did finally figure out that whatever we were going to do, we would have to do as a unit, literally. And as everybody reached forward and touched the sign, we were brought back to the cafe at a time that seems to look like nighttime, at least. Only a couple of days remain before the Archdemon arrives. Whether or not we succeed at stopping them, well, that's the part you're listening to the recording for.
Thank you, Sin, for our wonderful recap. And welcome back to another episode of Windy City Nihilism. It's night, but it is not dark. The sky is orange, a weird, sickly orange with the scent of smoke in the air, and there are surveillance cameras. You immediately see one pointed directly at you, and then there's another one down the street, and you just feel watched. As you all start to walk or limp into the street or the sidewalk, it's very clear that this area and most areas are being way more surveilled, and things have changed enough that it's clear you have not come back to the time in which you started. But more than that, most of you are hurt and injured. And as you come back into reality, into this shared reality of surveillance and smoke and fighting and vengeance. It hits. Ruin is very hurt. Alexis, upset as they are, but this is a shock and he needs to make a fear test. So I'm actually, Blue, going to have you roll a TN7 fear test for Alexis.
Okay. I got a 10.
Okay. You feel that Alexis is A, not well, and B, fairly unhappy with you, but your bond with him it's still strong. You're struggling to stay in this physical plane of existence, but the strength of your bond with Alexis helps you stay here, hurt though you are. Janessa, as you come out, Felix is there, a man in dirty kind of clothes, a little moist. Wait, is he taller this time? You're not sure, and you're not sure it matters. It's night. There's surveillance everywhere. You've just come back. You don't know what day it is. What are you all doing?
When we come out and I see that it's night, I immediately reach for my phone to check the time.
You have 50 missed calls. You have a horde of unread text messages. And it says 11:35 p.m. Tuesday.
Shit. I start just scrolling through the missed calls, like just the missed call log, like just scrolling through to see who has been calling. But I know Joanne's probably called, but I'm just scrolling through to see who the...
First missed call, Joanne. Second missed call, Joanne. Joanne. Down the line. Somewhere in there you see your grandmother. You see a couple of numbers that are not saved in your phone. You see some unknown numbers that don't have a number attached. You see a lot of Joanne. You see a couple of your grandmother. You have some messages as well. Your text thread with Joanne is absolutely blown up. It starts off, "Hey girl, did you oversleep again?" Casual. No big deal. No punctuation. The last message from Joanne. "Girl, if you are dead, please have the decency to tell me. I am fucking scared right now. Nobody can find you. And please, for the love of God, like, don't get... Everyone is looking for you. I know what happened, but man, we're worried. Please let me know you're okay."
I'm like, just like panicking in this moment, like shit. Like, how do I figure this out? I'm going to look at like any missed calls, whether there's voicemails or text messages from my grandmother at all that I can either respond to. And if there aren't, then I'm going to call her.
Yeah, so there's voicemails. There are several escalating concern levels from Joanne, just like the text messages. There's a couple from your grandmother, but she actually sounds rather calm, much more to the effect of, "Baby, I hope you're okay. But seems like it's taking you a little longer than anticipated. Please let me know when you're back." There's a voicemail from Ola. "Hey, Nessa, I know you don't want to hear from me, but girl, you got the whole damn neighborhood freaking the fuck out. So please call somebody. It ain't gotta be me, but God, I hope you're okay." There's a call from the district administrator. "Hello, Miss Wallace. We were very surprised that you haven't been at work and haven't communicated an absence. Please, this is highly irregular. Your record's immaculate. However, we are rather concerned, and we do have policies. So, if there's some sort of emergency, please let us know. We obviously don't punish people for medical emergent issues, but if you could circle back to us as soon as you can so that we can clear up any confusion here and make sure that there's not any issues with your programming or employment. There's a few short, awkward calls from some of the parents that you're a little bit closer with, that maybe you've provided a little extra support or resource linkage to. Miss Janessa, Sammy is kind of worried about you. I hope that you'll be back soon, but the kids and honestly the community would like to know that you're okay. If you could reach out. Sorry to bother you on your personal phone.
I think listening, voicemails from the district administrator, just kind of like roll my eyes and delete the message from Ola, listen to it, and then I click over to the message from my grandmother. I'm gonna call her back. Mm-hmm. And I'm just standing there like on the sidewalk, like anxiously like tapping my foot and waiting, hoping that she answers the phone, even though I know she's probably been in bed for like 4 hours already.
It's late. It's almost midnight. And the phone rings once and she picks up immediately.
Mama, hi, it's me,
Nessa.
It's Nessa.
Nessa,
Oh.
how are you doing?
Mama, everything is a mess. Everything is a mess. I'm okay. We're all mostly okay. We're here anyway.
Baby, you want to come to the house?
I think we might have to, because we've been gone for 2 days and everyone's blowing up my phone and I don't know what I'm going to tell people.
Yeah, but Nessa, you've missed 2 days and everybody's pretty worried about you.
Did they call you?
Joanne is like family of the yep.
What did you tell her?
I told her that you've been dealing with a lot and that some of it was dangerous and that I wasn't sure how you were doing. So the truth, to an extent.
I don't know how I'm gonna deal with all of this.
Baby, why don't you and your friends come to the house?
Yes, we'll do that. And I'm just kind of like looking around at everyone. We'll do that, and I'll see you in a little bit. And I love you.
Love you too.
And I immediately just go over and I order a ride share, and then I go over to everyone. Y'all, we've been gone for 2 days, and my phone is a fucking mess, and I don't know how I'm gonna deal with my job and with Joanne and with anything. Thank God my grandmother at least knows what's going on. She said we should just come to her house so she can, so we can get ourselves together and try to figure out what the fuck we're gonna do. Because I don't know how I'm gonna explain this to y'all.
Okay, then I guess that's what we're doing.
Romero, do you look at your phone?
I do look at the phone.
You have several missed calls, voicemails, emails, and some text messages as well. What do you look at first?
Text messages.
First text message is from Kimmy, your manager. And it just says, "Are you coming to work?" Next text message in the thread says, "Hey Romero, you okay?" Next text message from Kimmy says, "Romero, seriously, you do have to say something if you're gonna miss work." The next one. Hey, Romero, this isn't like you. Like, folks are kind of worried. Nobody has gotten a response from you. I'm, like, not to be intrusive, but, like, I'm gonna send some folks to check on you. Next message. Romero, seriously, no, like, you didn't answer your door. You're kind of scaring everybody here, bud. Like, you're kind of the backbone. People are really worried. They didn't lay you off, did they? Next message. Romero, this is the second day you haven't shown up at work. I get we don't usually work with police, but seriously, like, I'm gonna call for a wellness check if I don't hear from you. Like, I'm seriously worried. Like, people care about you. You should respond, please. Please let me know you're okay. Romero. Hey. Are you okay? Next message. Are you okay? Romero, please, for the love of God, what happened? You have some texts and a voicemail from Anna as well. There's some that seem to be from the actual office phones. They show up as your workplace's name, both missed calls and voicemails waiting to be listened to.
What do I find in my emails?
In your email, the first email that you find is a proposed Monday morning meeting agenda. And then there's an email from Kimmy asking whether you're going to be in to work today. And then there's an HR email with a reminder about time off policies. There's some business emails in there about restructuring, more meetings, initiatives coming up, the need for some reports for segments of grant reporting and audits that are due. And then there's several emails from coworkers asking if you're coming in, asking if you can email them back. There's a group email with Kimmy, HR, and two of your coworkers who are technically like your peers. And it's a thread where Kimmy's asking HR for authorization to send folks to check on you. These are the two people they were going to send. And then the people reporting back that it seemed like no one was at your home. They couldn't find you. Your neighbors seem to have not been able to haven't seen you either. And then there's another email denoting a second no-show day at work from HR. This one also expresses concern and includes copy and pastes from the policy about extenuating circumstances, extreme illness, and unexpected missed time, and how to report after the fact if you were incapacitated. And there's a bunch of, again, emails, back and forth threads, chains that are around projects people are working on, reporting that is necessary, the different numbers, different projects that are trying to get off the ground or that have deadlines coming up, a few notices about upcoming community actions, the organization possibly signing on to some protests and resistance actions around the condos that have been sprouting up and the enhanced security that's happening. You see some emails about a slew of missing persons and people that have been found dead recently, and the concern with this uptick, and that the current city government's idea is to increase policing. And that's what your emails look like. Ruin. Alexis is looking at his phone and he looks stricken.
Ruin is leaning on Alexis because of them having this really hard time staying present in this plane, in this world right now. I think Ruin's like glasses are broken, the ones they usually wear. The little bit of like that color in their eyes is kind of seeping out like as tears against like their dark skin. And Ruin is like looking over his shoulder, over Alexis's shoulder, and they're like, "What is it? What's wrong?"
Alexis kind of shrugs you off and moves away from you a little bit. I got fucking fired.
That fucking sucks. I'm sorry.
Fuck. I don't even know what I'm gonna do.
I have a little nest egg that you can have till you figure shit out. Like Ruin has been working, but they really don't use the money unless it's like to buy clothes for real, because Alexis pays everything. And so they just have like a little bit of money just kind of sitting in an account, and Ruin like gets shrugged off of Alexis and kind of stumbles on their own 2 feet and is leaning over, like holding themselves up at their knees. And he just kind of like looks at Alexis like between his hair and will say, "Yeah, I don't know. I think you'll be able to, it's something for now."
Alexis looks at you, looks you up and down. You look at Alexis, who is bruised and crying, face and eyes kind of puffy, and they look at you and they just kind of say, "You would have money that you just been letting me fucking pay for everything." And Alexis looks up at the rest of the group before you can respond, Ruin, and says, Are we going somewhere? I am fucked up."
Yeah, we're gonna go a step kind of not in between Ruin and Alexis, but just to make myself more of the focus of Alexis's attention. My grandmother said to come to her spot, so I'm just waiting for the ride to pull up. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do because shit is fucked, like majorly fucked.
A dark blue SUV with a teal lit up lift sign pulls up to the corner next to y'all.
I double checked the license plate against the app.
It matches.
And I just opened the door.
You open the door and there is some light African beats playing, and the driver looks back at y'all and says, "Janessa?"
Yes. Hi.
Anybody need any water? And kind of reaches back. There's in the passenger seat, there's actually a little cooler, reaches into it and holds out to y'all some cool bottles of water.
I say no thanks, and I just kind of hop in, and I'm gonna just gesture for everybody to get in.
I'll take one, thanks.
He hands you a bottle of water and hands them around to anybody who wants one, and starts driving, the music in the background as you all speed off. The surroundings that whiz by, they're strange. They're strange to your eyes. It's almost midnight, but it is not dark. There's an orange glow, like looking into the horizon of a fire. And as you go through, you see the remnants of what look to have been clashes between protesters and police. It's weird to see where before there were just, grass and trees in the park, there now seems to be vines snaking up trees and odd flowers that don't usually grow there. There seems to be surveillance cameras fucking everywhere. How did they find time to install all of these? Because they weren't there when you went to build cafe. Is there anything anyone wants to say in the car, or do you wait until you get to your grandmother, Janessa's grandmother's?
No, I think Ruin is like leaning ahead against the window and she's just looking out at everything. And it's like, everything has gone to fucking shit. And we lost 2 days.
I'm gonna just kind of lean over to the driver. Hey, hi. Do you live around here?
The driver looks at you and says, yeah, I do. Got an apartment with my buddies just over on 57th and St. Lawrence.
When did all these cameras go up? Because I was just around here the other day and I didn't see all this. What happened?
Man, I don't know. It seems like they popped up overnight or whatever, but you know how it is. They be installing stuff and then you just don't see it until you see it. So I don't know. They've probably been putting them up. Seems like they did it fast, but stranger things have happened. So just bizarre.
It's because of him. Ruin like speaks up, looks at Janessa.
But and the driver kind of ignores you, Ruin, and says to Janessa, you all live around here?
Not far from here.
Ah, dope. You got roommates or boyfriend or anything like that?
Oh my fucking God. Ruin says aloud.
Bruh, look at us. Do we look like we're having a good day?
No, you don't. And I thought maybe, could brighten your day.
No.
Could a Ruin feed off of this rejection in this moment from this driver? To get some grip back?
Do you want to do it while he's driving?
No, I guess I'll wait because Ruin is gonna take enough to let him have a little nappy nap. So as soon as we pull up to grandma's, I'm gonna take a sip.
Okay. All right. And so y'all head to Janessa's grandmother's house. Mama is already ready and waiting. Ruin, you will notice that you are not able to go into that house. You and Felix both.
I don't even think Ruin tries. Like, they just stand on the sidewalk. Honestly, if Felix is still in, like, humanoid form, they're leaning up against Felix. And we'll just watch the group go into the house. But looks at Alexis and will say, I'm going home.
Okay.
Don't disappear. Felix, what the hell are you?
Felix is kind of in the back of the SUV and is like, I'm back here.
Felix, go through. Please.
Oh, they'll be fine. They just, probably gotta get some food. They'll be okay. You gonna be okay?
I will be at my grandmother's house, so I think I will be okay.
That's okay. Your grandmother, yeah, I can't go there.
No, you cannot.
Okay. Well, don't forget about your friends while you're in the place that I can't go.
Mm-hmm. Ruin gives Felix a sort of like affectionate like pound on the back, like it's cool, buddy. But we'll look at like the three of them and we'll say, we don't have long.
Felix looks and like, yeah, we're kind of running out of time.
Quickly. So do what y'all need to do and let's get it done.
And I'm gonna just immediately go and just embrace my grandmother. I just hold on really, really, really tight, silently, and just kind of feeling the weight of everything that I just saw and experienced, and the panic from reading all those missed calls and messages and listening to those voicemails. Just letting them fade out for a moment while
She hugs you back tightly and just whispers into your ear, Glad you're okay. Outside, Ruin. This driver. You can roll a TN7, and for each success, you can heal a grip.
What's Alexis's stress looking like?
Oh dear. I think Alexis is around half-ish right now. You know Alexis was not looking... No, Alexis is lower than that. You know Alexis is not looking great.
I think Ruin is going to feed, but we'll transfer that healing to Alexis. And not himself. I got an 8.
You got an 8. Okay, so that's 1.
All right, that's 1 for Alexis then.
Okay.
Ruin will just kind of touch the driver's shoulder and we'll say, rejection is hard, isn't it? Do you get rejected often in life? And we'll just like talk with him in such a way to feed off of that feeling and just pop that through their bond with Alexis. I think Ruin is thinking like they don't want to see like Alexis die. They don't want to see Alexis hurt. But also at the same time, it's like strangely for them, like really hurting their like feelings right now, how cold Alexis is being to Ruin. But I think Ruin is just also kind of like, this was inevitable. This is, this is the nature. This is like the relationship between demons and humans. And so what can you do?
So what can you do? Felix waits patiently for you and walks with you, but doesn't say anything unless you say something.
I think Ruin will strike up conversation. Just kind of look at Felix like, so, how are you liking your human?
Oh man, Janessa's great. All kinds of great things in her purse and like very cozy.
Ruin just kind of snickers, nods. Well, I love that for you, Felix. I think that's great.
You and, doesn't seem like your human's very happy right now.
Nah. They're going through some shit. Capital STM. But I know Alexis and I've seen Alexis and I know that Alexis will make it on the other side of it. Alexis doesn't know that, but I know that.
You hope that. You don't know that.
A little column A, a little column B.
Yeah.
They need to hurry the hell up. Like limping along.
I mean, just go eat.
Yeah. Come on, I'll show you our place. It's pretty dope.
That doesn't sound like food, but sure, whatever.
Yeah, and the two will go to Ruin and Alexis' crib.
Okay. Janessa, Romero, you and Alexis are at your grandmother's. Janessa, she hugs you back. I'm glad you're okay.
Was frankly awful, honestly. I'm just glad we made it out. It was a little bit touch and go for a minute. I'm more worried about what the heck. And I start to cuss and then I stop myself. I'm just worried about what we're gonna do now that we're back. We've been gone for 2 days. My phone is blowing up. Joanne is losing her mind. My job, I don't even know what I'm gonna do about my job. And I'm just like starting to spiral at this point. I'm like pacing back and forth and just kind of like spouting off, just like venting, anxieties pouring off of me in this moment.
Your grandmother, she lets you go for a while. And then at a certain point, she stands and puts a hand on your shoulder and kind of puts some weight behind that hand and like guides you to sit in a plush armchair, and it hisses under the slight plastic as you sit on it. Baby, you're just doing a lot right now.
Yeah, well, we kind of got thrown into this, and it's like, how do you tell your boss you missed 2 days of work?
One thing at a time.
I don't even know which one to start with.
All right. Rest first.
Okay.
Romero, baby, would you like to stay here? You and Alexis? Lord knows I got the rooms.
Well, we are already here, and I suppose that would be for the best. But that being said, and I pull out my phone and start looking up a map to figure out how far I am from my job.
You're not horribly far, but you're not walking distance. I'd say in good traffic, you're maybe 20 minutes car ride.
I don't mind staying over here and resting, although I feel like the others might need rest more than I do, surprisingly. That being said, I also have some things to think about for tomorrow, but I think I'm just going to tell everybody the truth of what happened and hope that it works.
That sounds reasonable, of course. Janessa, your grandmother kind of looks at you.
I don't know. I just feel like telling my job that I missed 2 days of work because I was fighting demons is not gonna go over well. But I honestly don't know what else I could say that would.
Your grandmother looks at you, and before she says anything, Alexis actually looks at you and kind of chuckles and says, "You look like shit. That should help."
I don't know. I honestly don't know what I'm gonna say, whether it's gonna matter. Ultimately,
With everything that you've seen and have had to relive, I think the last thing that you should be worried about is trying to handle other people's feelings. You can talk to people after you've had some time to rest.
well, I could care less about their feelings, to be completely honest. I'm more
Except for
concerned.
Joanne, probably.
Well, yeah. And I already promised Joanne I was going to tell her what's going on anyway, but I'm more concerned about my job because the kids and the school, some of the missed calls were from their parents. Like, the kids are probably terrified. That's more of my concern than anything else. How am I going to make this okay in a way that lets me keep my job for the kids? But I don't know how I can do that, but I don't think. And I kind of take a pause and a heavy sigh here.
Something about this seems very strange.
2 days that we missed, yeah, that definitely is very strange.
Well, no. I have a job where I have a hybrid work from home schedule. You are getting calls not from or about the children, but from their parents. How often do you talk to the children's parents?
Well, sometimes. Miss Thompson, there was some trouble with Sammy a while back. Just, nothing bad, just, having a hard time in history class. And I offered to, just do a little bit of just like tutoring on the side. So I know Miss Thompson from, it's not, it's strange that she would call me, but because Sammy hasn't been having any trouble lately, but it's not, she had my number, and Sammy's a good kid. So if he noticed that I was gone for 2 days, he probably would have told his mom and asked her to see.
Janessa, you missed a day of work here or there, or have had to have impromptu or regular, showing up habits for a couple of days now, right?
Mm.
Did anybody other than Joanne call you during any of those times?
No. I think, I don't know. Maybe you're right, but then 2 days in a row, never missed 2 days in a row without a word, I've been sick before, but I've never been completely off the radar for 2 days. So maybe, I mean, obviously there's a lot of weird shit going on. The district administrators called my phone and left a voicemail. That's weird.
That is weird.
I don't know. But I don't think I'm going to figure it out.
I'm going to have to think about this in the morning. Something is setting off my spidey senses. Let's say that.
And I just turn and look at my grandmother. I'm gonna go upstairs and lay down.
Do you happen to have chamomile?
She nods at Janessa and turns to you and smiles a big smile and very promptly kind of whirls around and starts marching towards the kitchen. And you hear her muttering under her breath, "Do I have chamomile? What kind of question?" Alexis curls up on a couch and kind of stays there. Romero, as you, I'm assuming, follow Janessa's grandmother.
If Alexis is going to rest, then I will leave her to it and go join Janessa's grandmother, yeah.
Okay. In the kitchen, Janessa's grandmother starts the stove and a pot of tea, or a pot of water for tea, and pulls out some loose teas and honey, local honey, and makes you tea. Do you say anything, or do you just take your tea and head to bed?
No, I think I have kind of a mild aside. So, thank you for the tea.
You're welcome. Always happy to meet and help out some of Janessa's friends. Always an interesting time.
We're gonna have to make sure she comes by to see you more after this, however it goes.
If there's one thing I've learned, people do what they want. So, I'm okay with Janessa having her life and doing what she needs.
I suppose.
You got any family yourself?
Around here? No. Most of my family is, surprisingly enough, in Texas. But a very different place from here, to say the least.
Well then, I suppose we'll have to make sure that you come and visit me more often.
You know, I don't think I'd mind that at all. And I suppose since we're doing that, then I want to ask for your wisdom on something.
Well, of course, that's what elders are here for. She says with a chuckle.
I know it's been a couple of days, but the couple of days that we've come back to have been stranger than any 2 consecutive days I think we've been to so far. It is unusual to see so much concern about someone being away from work or anything like that for the last couple of days. What happened out here?
Well, there's been quite a lot of murders that have happened and clashing with police, people disappearing. It's disconcerting, and a lot of people are worried, quite worried. And Janessa, you're it's not like you're not known in the community, and known community members and activists disappearing at a time where there's surveillance and condos and all of these things. It's, well, baby, it's definitely something.
And all of this has just happened in the last 2 days.
She takes a beat and she takes a cup of tea for herself. And she actually walks it over, stirring gently, and sits down at the little breakfast nook table in the kitchen proper. She doesn't bother to go to the dining room table this time, but she takes a seat and looks at you and says, "To be honest, I do think it's short-sighted to call anything like this new. There have always been people disappearing, people being murdered, but it's commonplace. But when it becomes noticeable, when people are confronted with the realities of a world where people die needless, violent, unknown, alone deaths, people don't handle it well, and opportunists see another way to cinch the belt, to prey on those fears, to say, well, this is why we need more police, more surveillance, more authoritarianism.
Or solutions to the problems that they're causing.
Exactly. And, well, truthfully, for me, I can't tell you whether or not this is happening over the last couple of days, or whether over the last couple of days people have just grown to see it. It seems worse, but it's hard to know whether or not a problem that you never knew the full scope of has gotten worse, or whether you're just becoming aware of it. In context of what you've all gotten yourselves into here, I will say I'm assuming that has progressed, which has, whether it's created a problem that wasn't there, or is highlighting a problem that has always been here. I don't know, but it has progressed significantly.
And because she knows the tattoo's on my hand, I just hold the tattoo up and go, "I'd say you're right."
You hold up the tattoo, and for the first time, this is where we see that it is moving from the 9 into the 10. And in those last few moments in the kitchen, as you both look at your hand and sip your tea, the old clock in the house chimes midnight. And your hand, the scars that make up the clock embedded into your hand, tingle as before your eyes, the clock moves from 9 to 10.
And one more thing. I know you gave us these, and I pull out the little blue jar of liquid. How were we supposed to use this?
She very gently and delicately sets her teacup and saucer sets her teacup onto the saucer, looks at you and says, "Why didn't you use that?"
You'll have to forgive me. I'm new. I don't have elders who do these things. I don't know how I'm supposed to use it. I thought it just works like a lantern or something.
No, you needed to open it and consume it, or at least put it on your skin or eyes. Depends on who's different. I gave you different things. No, it's not a beacon. It's for you to use to help, which explains a little bit why my grandbaby is so very injured, and your friend on my couch looks like she's about to pass out. That makes more sense.
I think they're gonna both need a hearty breakfast tomorrow, but also... So I need to drink it. Okay, well, that I can do.
Not now.
Not now. But if I'm not mistaken, we do have to find another one of these seals, and we'll need all of the booze that we can get. So maybe this will be helpful for that, considering the last thing that I had to deal with was a creature in a mirror that had an assistant.
You see her flinch a little bit. And she says, nasty business. Yeah. You ought to get to bed. It's midnight.
And even with the end of the world around the corner, I still need to go to work tomorrow. And I finish my tea and go to bed.
She looks at you go, sips the rest of her tea, and we pivot. It is 6 a.m. Janessa, Romero, Alexis are all awoken by the smell of fresh coffee and the sizzle of bacon. There's something slightly sweet in the air of Janessa's grandmother's house. Romero, that smell, it interrupts a dream, or possibly more of a nightmare. What were you dreaming?
Probably an anxiety dream about having to reconfront this monster, this mirror demon.
Your anxiety manifests as you sleep fitfully, and you're simply in a dark space, nondescript, and staring into a mirror. Your reflection looks back at you. What does it say to you?
Well, this is it. So, how do you think this is going to go?
You're staring at yourself as your reflection asks you, how do you think this is going to go? How do you respond?
I don't. And I think the next thing my reflection says is, well, so far, people are disappearing and being kidnapped and snatched off the street and everything else. Kind of like old times. I told you.
That I told you. There's, in this space, words kind of start to echo and itch at the back of your head. The words of Grandma Wallace, that background. I can't say whether or not it was a new problem or just something that was always there that has progressed. Something that was always there. Something that has always been here. Can't stop it. You can't stop me. Your reflection distorts slightly, then goes back to looking like you, exactly, perfectly like you, and then distorts just slightly again, and starts to kind of take on aspects of Clay. Malinza always did like to pass himself off as you. This reflection looks like you, sounds like you, but it's just slightly off. Right before the smell of coffee and bacon and something sweet and eggs, the sound of sizzling and kitchen utensils clinking against each other wakes you up. What is the last thing this hybrid reflection of Clay, Malinza, and you, what's the last thing it says to you, Romero?
I'll see you tomorrow. Or not. You know, I have thought about what I'm going to do with the people at your office when you're gone.
And Romero, you wake up. It is Wednesday morning, early. You stayed up with the tea, but you still got some sleep. How are you feeling? It's only 6.
I feel grim determination, a sense of focus. It's the same kind of feeling that I have before I show up for protest actions and things like that, where it feels like, regardless of the very many conflicting feelings I have, the mission is clear and I have a sense of commitment to seeing it through however it goes.
As you get up, you do see that there are a set of clothes. They look like they're about your size. Just a simple white button-up shirt and some respectable looking jeans.
I find my way to a shower, and then after the shower, I put the clothes on, try to style them just a bit. You know, they may not be my clothes, but we do know how styling works in this house, so.
Yeah. You're looking in the mirror, styling your clothes, and for a moment, you do a double take because for a moment, it feels like you see that hybrid you from the dream. Janessa, it's 6 a.m. You've gotten some decent sleep, healed a little bit, but you can still feel the soreness, but you smell that familiar smell of your grandmother whipping up an immaculate breakfast.
I think that when I roll over in this bed, in this room, in this house that I've slept in so many times before, but not at all recently, and I smell breakfast downstairs, I think in that moment, I take a deep breath and tears come to my eyes. And I just let them fall gently as I lay in bed. And I feel the weight of everything that I have to do today. And then I wipe my eyes and I get up and I get myself ready to face this day, whatever is coming. I think about checking my phone, but I don't. I figure an hour, what's an hour after 2.5 days? So I just put it back in my bag and I head downstairs to the kitchen.
You head to the kitchen and sure enough, before you even get to the kitchen, there is already food on the dining room table. Your grandmother is finishing up the last little plate of toast, pre-buttered, cup of jam on the side for anyone who wants it. She's about to carry it into the dining room. She sees you. Good morning. How are you, baby?
I am better. Sit down at the table. I pick up a piece of the toast and I just nibble at it a little bit. Then I realize I'm starving and I just inhale it.
She sees you inhaling it and passes you the plate that has the scrambled eggs with some fresh cheddar cheese grated on top, as well as a cup of coffee.
I just hold the cup between my hands and just feel the warmth in my hands. I set it down and pick up the fork and start eating.
As you eat, there's the sound of steps coming, and Alexis comes in and sits down, mutters a good morning. It's clear she just passed out on the couch and your grandmother left her there. She's got a blanket wrapped around her though. And she too starts eating very quickly.
I think it's just silence at the table as we're eating. But it's like a heavy silence. Like once the eating is over.
Romero, do you come down?
I do, very shortly after I finish putting clothes on and looking in the mirror and having that moment.
Okay. You come down, you see Janessa and Alexis are both eating in silence, and Janessa's grandmother also sipping a coffee, allowing for the silence in the space.
I take a moment not to interrupt the silence and get a bit of breakfast and keep an eye on the time. Then say, so I am going to head to the office early today to see if I can settle a few things, have some conversations, and maybe put out a few fires before whatever happens.
What are you going to tell them?
I'm going to tell them as much of the truth as they can possibly understand, and we're going to see what happens.
Good luck.
Well, if this whole thing has taught me anything, it has been rough as the path may have been. Telling the truth about situations is how we have gotten from there to here, so we're just going to have to hope that it works.
And on that, y'all finish breakfast, head your separate ways. Thank you for listening to Woke Mental Wellness Presents Windy City Nihilism, a 12 Inner Demons homebrew podcast. This podcast has been made possible in part thanks to a grant from Diversity Saves. Episodes are edited by Marissa Ewing of Hemlock Creek Productions. If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave a review and tell your friends. If you want to help financially, you can visit the Woke Mental Wellness Ko-Fi listed in the show notes. Take care, and remember, hope and resistance do best in community.